From Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati, Ohio, it's time for MLB The Show's Game of the Week. It's the Texas Rangers going up against the Cincinnati Reds. Well, Singy, all eyes on him today after his incredible performance in the last one.
Yeah, Boog, that was one of the best hitting displays I've seen in a while. My man was in the zone. If he's able to carry that momentum over to today, we're in for a show on MLB The Show.
And we'll be back for the first pitch right after this. Just about ready to go, getting the nod on the mound, number 43.
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Here's the veteran outfielder, Vladimir Guerrero.
Right fielder, Vladimir Guerrero.
And he hits a ground ball right side, and that's just foul. Next offering is in for a strike.
I mean, that's perfect location, right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
The wind of the pitch. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. And it stays fair. Now he'll turn for second. And he's into scoring position with a leadoff double. Maybe a chance for our first run here.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one, ripped it down the line. Nice job of staying in his mechanics.
So digging in, Eric Davis, third baseman playing on the edge of the grass, looking for the sac bunt. And that skips into there.
No strike.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
1-1.
Runner at second, nobody out. That one missed. Check swing, did he go? Yes, he did.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
On the ground to third. Sends it to first. 1 out in the top of the first.
First baseman.
And now we take a look at the Rangers lineup. It features a great veteran presence, Eric Davis.
This guy had an on-base percentage of over 400 last month. That's just telling you he's taking his walks, he's getting his knocks, he's finding some holes. Everything just going really well for him right now. But don't overlook the fact that that happens because he's having consistently good at-bats.
Stan Musial, batting with 1 down, takes a strike.
1 strike.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. I'm not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
0-2.
The other way. Bonds makes the catch for the out. 2 down. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Cruz getting ready to hit. In for a strike. 0-1.
0-1.
And there's a foul ball. Center field. Beltran under it. And makes the grab. And that'll do it. Rangers leave one. Now it'll be the Reds' turn. No score. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here at Great American Ballpark. And today's starting pitcher, Carl Mays.
Well, he's off to a good start, getting a win in his first start of the season, and so lifted a little bit of pressure. Right here, it's all about getting win number 2.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. In now for the Reds, Ichiro Suzuki. Suzuki launched a homer in his most recent game. That one misses, and that is ball 1. In the air to left down the line. Cruz puts it away for the out. Here's the lineup for the Reds. Chris, this is a lineup offensively that could be really good for years to come.
Well, there's a lot of young talent in this lineup. I think as they gel together, gain some maturity over the course of this season, they could be playing October baseball.
Digging in, Julio Franco. 2 for 7 in the series so far. That's to third. Whips it across, and they got him.
Batting third baseman, number
2 outs, base is empty. Next for Cincinnati, Pete Rose. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Throughout history, the fastball down has been the most successful pitch. Guys can handle a little bit better these days, but they, of course, still prefer something belt high.
That missed by a lot. And 1-1. There's a line drive to left field. This one could be trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Everything came together for him. Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
And ready to hit now for Cincinnati, Barry Bonds. 2 RBIs last night. 2 of the 3 runs they scored in the game. And a foul ball.
Well, here's a chance right here for one of the better hitters on this roster to get him on the board in the first. Thanks to the 3-hole hitter extending the inning. Good at bat with 2 outs.
Foul ball there. Runner at second, 2 down. This one lifted in the air, left field. Cruz pulls it down. That is the inning. So 1 left for Cincinnati, scoreless after 1. Back here in Cincinnati, and now Gunnar Henderson. Henderson goes 6 feet 3 inches, 23 years old, and he's a former Rookie of the Year. And that drops in for a strike.
No ball, 1 strike.
Tap foul at the plate. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Here's the catcher.
1-0.
In the dirt. Henderson on at first, nobody out. Next offering is fouled back. In the dirt. Nobody out. Runner at first. Outside. Ball 2. And he grounds one to the right side. Franco. The throw to first. Awesome play there.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. The job was to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score the go-ahead run. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at bat.
In the dirt, and it's 1-0. And that one is in for a strike. One out and a runner at second here at the top of the second. That's off the mark, and it's 2-1.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
Throws to first in time. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Next up for Texas, Alfonso Soriano.
All right, this is a spot where you've just got to nibble, work the edges with this hitter. If he wants to chase and go outside his zone, so be it. But if you walk him, you've got the pitcher to deal with next. You'd rather have that matchup.
No strike.
So a workaround situation.
Yeah, kind of. You're not intentionally walking him. You want to compete, but you don't want to give him something too good to hit. If you can get him out on your pitch, then even better, because you've got the pitcher leading off the next inning. That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
That's down and in.
2-2.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. Ground ball right side. Murray. They don't come much closer than that. Bang, bang play to end the inning. One left for Texas. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom half of inning number 2. In now for the Reds, Eddie Murray. Mays back to work. Ball 1, no strikes. Fastball for a strike. That misses. 2-1. Murray tries to check his swing. Now a look to third. And he went around, according to Patrick Johnson. Time called. The 2-2 will have to wait just a second. And that one hit to first. Boots it, gets off a throw, and they get him. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they cleaned things up for the out. And the batter now, Carlos Beltran. This is a true 5-tool guy. Not very many of them out there, but when he's on the field, you can't take your eye off of him. And that one upstairs, ball 1.
Fans come to the ballpark to watch him play. And in baseball, to have such a talented player going out there every day and putting on the show that he does, just a joy to watch.
Hits for average power, the ability to field, the arm, and then the speed. Really impressive. Out towards left center. Davis trying to get there. Out number 2.
Batting 7. Shortstop, Barry Larkin.
Barry Larkin, the next to hit for the Reds. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. Guerrero makes the play, and that is that. No runs, no hits, no errors. We head on now to the top of the 3rd. No score. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. There's a strike.
Well, he left that changeup up, got away with one there, and he'll take it, but doesn't want to make that mistake again.
That one fouled off. This one chopped to first. Murray. The flip to the pitcher covering. Leadoff hitter gone in the 3rd. Now, Vladimir Guerrero. He's 1 for 1, led off the game with a single. Check swing, called strike.
Now, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
And that's in the dirt. And the count even 1-1. 1 out, bases empty. Close one, doesn't get the call. And it's 2-1. Hot shot to 3rd. On to Murray. And Vladdy is set down.
Now batting, the center fielder, Eric Davis.
So up next, Eric Davis. He's 0 for 1. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. Right side. Smith makes the grab, and that'll do it. Home half of the 3rd coming up. No score. Set for the bottom of the 3rd. Here's the Reds catcher, Bob Boone, trying to pick up his first knock in the big leagues. Now fly ball to right center. It gets down, a base hit. And a good start to the inning. Bob Boone with his first major league hit. And this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen. And when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, Boog. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you could take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you've worked to get here.
Here's the pitcher. Corner infielders up on the grass expecting a bunt. Oh, he doesn't get the call. 1-0. Trying to move him over here. Musial throws to Henderson. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
Sometimes getting down a good bunt can just be so difficult right there. You admire the pitcher for putting it down in play, but just a little too hard at the first baseman. You don't see that defensive play very often, so you got to tip your cap to the defense.
Ichiro Suzuki, the next to hit for the Reds. Fly to left his first time. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Still tied at 0. Last of the third. Next offering is in for a strike.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
That's outside. And the count 1-2.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch. Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position. Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the top spin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye, and it's just such a tough pitch to lay off of.
So 2 down now, and here is Julio Franco. Grounded out his first time. Fly ball center field. And that is that. Reds leave 1, and we are still scoreless. Back here at Great American Ballpark, and now the first baseman, Stan Musial. To measure what a force Stan the Man was for the Cardinals, look at his first decade in the league. In those years, he won 3 MVP awards and finished second another 3 times.
1-1.
With Musial, it's the consistency that really sets him apart for me. He hit 300 or better in every one of his first 17 seasons in the bigs.
Pitch misses there. 2-2.
And I'll tell you, hitting 300 is hard enough to do over the course of 1 full season. To do it almost 20 straight seasons like Stan the Man did is just ridiculous.
Tosses to first, and they get Musial for the out.
Now batting number 23.
Nelson Cruz stepping in for the Rangers. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. Check swing, and he held up. 4th inning underway, no score.
He's gotten into a really good rhythm, set down 7 in a row. He just wants to get the baseball and deliver it as quickly as possible. Keep the momentum going.
And that is out of play. Fights it off. He'll see another. All tied up. Top half of inning number 4. And it remains 2-2. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Gunnar Henderson up now, a former Rookie of the Year. He was the first Oriole to win the award in 34 years, and he did so unanimously.
Yeah, and his rookie season was so special, Boo. Gunner's first hit in the majors was a home run. He swung so hard his helmet fell off.
Cruz, the base runner at first with one out. Runner takes off. Throw, and they got him.
Nice little battle of speed versus power right there. Great wheels on the base pass, top-tier arm behind the dish. Really good transfer from that glove to the throwing arm. Got it down there in a hurry. That's why he doesn't get tested very often.
The 1-1. The shortstop takes the ball. Two outs. And that's in for a strike.
2-2.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Smith in position, makes the play, and it's out number 3. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far.
Number 44.
Fought off foul. Pitch misses, and that's ball 1. The 1-1 is fouled off. The 1-2 gets a piece and stays alive.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
1-2 here. Breaking ball misses down and away.
No, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
Ah, that hit him. And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning. Barry Bonds, the next to hit for the Reds. Scoreless here, but now he's got to deal with a guy who's got some power. Got to be careful when you're talking about a hitter with this type of slug and these type of home run totals. Outside low, ball 1.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
And that one fouled off. On the ground, right side. Throws to Henderson. On to Musial at first. Double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
So digging in, Eddie Murray grounded out his first time. That one ripped right center field. Back there. And it hits the fence. Around first, digging for 2. Davis quickly gets it back in. Runner holds it second, so another base hit could get us the first run of the game.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Just missed out on a home run right there, but he certainly hit it hard enough. Just didn't have the right launch angle to carry it over the wall, but still an excellent swing of the bat.
Now let's see if they can put up the first run of the game.
So runner at second, 2 down. Next for Cincinnati, Carlos Beltran. Hammered on the line, base hit. Murray on his way around third. The throw is offline, and he's in to score. On the board first, it's 1-0.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. 2 outs, runner on first. Stepping in, Barry Larkin.
His next home run will be the 200th in his career. It would be pretty cool to see it right here.
Larkin with just one more homer to reach the 200 career mark. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. That's in for a strike. Throw to second. He's safe. A little out front there as he swings through it.
You know, we usually talk about bigger numbers when it comes to homers, but only about 400 major leaguers have ever hit 200 round trippers in their careers. He's putting himself in great company.
Going to count 1 and 2. Runner at second, 2 down. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Next pitch is outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Outside with a breaking ball. Boom. On deck for Cincinnati. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Back up the middle and a base hit. Coming home. He'll score easily, and it's an RBI single. It's 2-0.
We don't see this a whole lot anymore where hitters with 2 strikes are willing to shorten up, tighten up, and try to hit the ball back up the middle other way. He was trying to hit that hole, I believe. Very good at bat with 2 strikes.
Runner at first with 2 away. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Bob Boone. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Strike on the inside corner. 0-1. Larkin off of first with 2 away. Well struck left field. Way back there. And that one becomes property of the beast. His first homer in the majors, and they're going to have to send somebody to get that ball for him.
Always such a special moment. You know this is one of the biggest thrills of his life. He's got to be floating around the bases right now.
Yeah, he'll remember every detail of that at-bat for years, as he should. It's a true once-in-a-lifetime event.
Now, Boog, there's so many times when a young player might wonder if he's ever even going to get to the big leagues and do something like this. Well, he doesn't have to wonder anymore.
A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
So 2 away with nobody on. Now to the plate, the pitcher. That pitch in for a strike. It's 0-1.
Well, they've been able to score 4 runs off of him in this inning, and this is where you want to just max out, get as much as you can, give him one of those tough innings where it's going to be hard for him to recover in the next one.
0-1 now. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
He was really trying to stay back for something off speed. That's why he was so tardy on that swing.
Ground ball up the middle. Throw over to Musial, and they're happy to just get off the field after that frame. So they move out in front after a 4-run outburst. We played 4. It's the Reds 4 and the Rangers nothing. Welcome back. And struggles at the plate in this series as we take a look at the numbers. And a swing and a miss. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. And that's in the dirt. Check swing, called strike. Fights that one away, still 1-2.
Very dominant with that fastball inside. Hitter's going to be conscious of that. Now you have the outer half of the plate to work with out there on the mound.
Next offering down in the dirt.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Now he breaks his bat. Murray takes it to the bag. That was a strong at bat, even though he couldn't find a way on base. And the batter now, Ron Self. He's 0 for 1.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Self, 29 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. Swing and a pop-up, foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. One down, base is empty. Towards first. Murray takes it himself. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, second baseman, Alfonso Soriano.
Alfonso Soriano stepping in for the Rangers. Grounded out his first time up. Great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply. Right through there for a strike.
When you have a real athletic player and who's able to do the baseball mechanical things really well, look out.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Onto the track. And he makes the catch. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. It's the Reds 4 and the Rangers nothing. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. Mays back to work. Hit in the air, center field. Davis has it sized up. And there's one down.
Now batting, number 38.
Julio Franco, the next to hit for the Reds. 0 for 2 in this one. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. And there are 2 down.
Now batting, number 44.
2 down, base is empty. Now it's the power speed combo. Pete Rose. Fastball is outside. Some activity in the bullpen for Texas. John Franco, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Spores warming up as well. 2 outs, base is empty.
That's a ball.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
And he grounds one back up the middle. A dive. He's got it. Now he launches a throw over his head. And it's going to wind up out of play.
Well, this is unfortunate because it looked like it was going to be an awesome play. Something we see on the highlights tonight and tomorrow.
but you have to applaud the effort on the stop. And if you don't take care of the throw, it goes from a wow moment to one you regret really quick.
And the Rangers manager making his way towards the mound now as he will make the move. Carl Mays gives way, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
Now pitching for
New arm out of the bullpen, John Franco.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
So runner at second, 2 down. Bonds the next to hit. That one a little bit high. Ball 1. Rose at second with 2 down.
Oh.
And a fastball in there for a strike at 91. Fouls one off. 2-2. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Eddie Murray up next for the Reds. Got him. Larry Bullard rings him up. So one left for Cincinnati, but they're in front 4-0. Back now as it'll be a pinch hitter to lead off. Yainer Diaz.
And he's got a little pop in his bat, Boog. Don't sleep on him. He's hit some home runs in the past.
That misses,
that's a ball.
and that is ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
He was late there. Strike 1.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Swing and a miss. And a count 1-2.
1-2.
On the ground, right side. Now one gone in the top of the 6th. So next to hit for Texas, Vladimir Guerrero. 1 for 2. He had an RBI base hit back in the 1st. Right through there for his strike.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
Pitch in the dirt, and it's 1-1. The Reds leading by 4, and we're the top half of the 6th. One down, base is empty. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. 2 gone now.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
The center fielder, Eric Davis.
Eric Davis stepping in for the Rangers. And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Fastball for a strike.
Throwing the ball really well today. That two-seam fastball has got good run on it. Excellent job of moving it around the plate.
He goes down looking. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. It's the Reds 4 and the Rangers nothing. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. DJ Hers. This is his 3rd time out this year. And ready to hit now for Cincinnati, Eddie Murray, 1 for 2. First pitch, and he just misses. Bullpen action for the Rangers. Derek Law, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. And the 1-0. That's in there.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
Zips it across. One up, one down.
Up next for the Reds, center fielder Carlos Beltran.
Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Carlos Beltran. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. That's back. Makes the catch up against the wall.
When you look at the ability to save runs defensively, but then also put runs up on the scoreboard, that's the kind of player that every championship team needs to have.
1 home run shy of 200 for his career. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. Inside. Now 1-2. And delivers outside. Three-two now.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
On the ground to the left. And foul ball. Got him looking. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. Reds go down quietly. They lead 4-0. New inning getting started. And here's the first baseman, Stan Musial. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. That breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Big at bat right here. He did the team thing, took until he got a strike. Now he's got to go to work, shorten up that swing a little bit, do whatever it takes to get on base.
And that clips the inside corner. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. And that skips in the dirt. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, he showed a lot of conviction with the fastball there, not just because of the velocity, but also the ability to command it on the inside part of the plate. The last thing you want to do with 2 strikes is just get too far in there and it gets away and it hits the batter. So when I see a 2-strike fastball bunch up a guy like that, it tells me there's a lot of confidence in that pitch.
Base is empty, 1 away here in the top half of inning number 7. Pitch misses there, and it's a ball and a strike. And there's a ball.
Well, it's been a very impressive outing so far. His command has been a big part of it. Even when he misses outside the strike zone, which is exactly what a pitcher wants.
And there's a strike.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Ground ball left side. On to Murray, and 2 away to start the 7th.
Now just about to hit that century mark, 100 pitches for this game.
2 outs, base is empty, and the batter will be the shortstop, Gunnar Henderson. That one is absolutely belted. Back there. And that ball is gone. He'll touch them all. It's 4-1. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. His bat looks like it's in the zone for such a long time, and that gives him the ability to get barrel on it and hit the ball out to any part of the park.
So 2 down. Now the catcher for the Rangers has grounded out a couple of times. Foul ball. Swing and a ground ball. On to Murray, and that is the inning. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. It's now a 4-1 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Josh Sborz.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
In now for the Reds, Bob Boone. He's already homered here in this one. And ball 1. That one misses, and that's ball 2. And another ball. And there's the automatic. This one in the air, center field. Davis makes the catch, and there's one down.
Now batting, number 43,
So here's the Reds pitcher. Cincinnati making a move for a pinch hitter. Ozzie Smith.
Pretty surprised they're going with a pitcher off the bench here, Boog. I mean, they must be trying to save what they have left in terms of position players for later or something.
First offering, and it just misses. There's a strike. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. High fly ball out into left center field. Hauls it in for the out.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Ichiro Suzuki, the next to hit for the Reds. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. Off the mark there, and it's 1-0. And that one popped in the air, left field. And that is the third out of the inning. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Roy Fader. Ron Self stepping in for the Rangers. He's grounded out a couple of times. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
Next offering is fouled back. Up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Up next for the Rangers, Alfonso Soriano. And that gets the inside corner for a strike. Next offering is down low.
1 ball, 1 strike.
In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Beltran has a beat on it. Makes the grab, and there's one away.
Up next for the Rangers, pitcher Josh Sborz.
Now a pinch hitter coming on for the Rangers. Kirk Gibson, runner on first with 1 down for him. And a foul ball. Self over at first with 1 away. And that drops in for a strike. Next
One
offering
ball,
upstairs. And that one is lifted in the air. Smith sizing this one up. Drops into the glove. And there are 2 outs.
Now that's right fielder, Vladimir Guerrero.
Now it's the right fielder, Vladimir Guerrero. 1 for 3.
Here's a run-scoring opportunity. You definitely got to push something across because it's not going to get any easier. You get to the 9th, you got a lockdown closer ready to come in.
2 outs. That's out to center field. Beltran has this one sized up. He's got it. And that is that. Rangers leave 1. And this is still a 4-1 ball game. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Derek Law. He's making his 4th appearance of the season. Now it's the second baseman, Julio Franco. 0 for 3 in this one. Law, a 6'3" righty, 225 pounds, and he was a 9th-round draft pick back in 2011. The 0-1. Swing at a ball lifted to center field. And there's 1 down.
Now batting, number 44.
Next for Cincinnati, Pete Rose. He's got the power, but great contact skills. One of the best contact hitters in the game. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly.
Swung on, belted. That one back there. And caught on the warning track.
Now batting, number 25.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Barry Bonds. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. A sliding stop to first. And that's a great play for the out. And 1, 2, 3 go the Reds. But they lead it 4-1. All set to start the 9th in this one. And now the center fielder, Eric Davis. Raleigh Fingers on to try and close it out.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
Fastball for a strike. 0-1.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful. Not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
Gets him to chase after that one.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
Ball 1 there.
Two and two.
Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Next up for Texas, Stan Musial. Just missed. Raleigh, multi-time All-Star. He features a sinker, a slider, a forkball, and he works in a four-seamer. And that one is downstairs. Now 2-0. Base is empty, one away here at the top of the ninth.
Ball three.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
That one catches the corner for a strike.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Next offering is in for a strike.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Sizes this one up. Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. So they're down to their final out. Nelson Cruz stepping in for the Rangers. Just missed. That misses, and it's 2-0.
2-0 count to a guy with this much pop at the dish. You better expect him to be turning on something. It's going to either get hit hard to the pull side, or the fans better look out in the stands.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. Hard hit, right side. Throw to first, ball game. And the Reds claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense.
That's how you check a box to start your career, Boog. First MLB win in your first MLB start. Congratulations to him on a major milestone.
4-1 the final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us for the Game of the Week. Here in Milwaukee, the show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Cincinnati Reds and the Milwaukee Brewers. Well, Singy, all eyes are on this team's elite starting rotation. They're stringing together some quality outings.
Yeah, every starter is stepping up right now, Boog, going deep into games, and most importantly, keeping their bullpen fresh. Buckle up, because it doesn't appear that they're cooling off anytime soon.
First pitch coming your way next. All right, just about ready for baseball. And on the mound in this one, Rube Waddell. Going to be hard to top his last start, Singy.
He was outstanding. Complete game shutout. He got some great support from his defense. He's got the swing and miss stuff. Everything working for him. We'll see if he's got it today.
Ready to go now and ready to hit now for Cincinnati, Ichiro Suzuki. Inside at 100. And that's how this series begins. Hit in the air out to center field. Sizemore flashes the leather on the running catch. Here's the lineup for the Reds. All right, Singy, how about all the talent in this lineup?
They're deep, first and foremost, but the way that they can manipulate their personnel for matchups and everything else, it's very intelligent the way that they use their team. And I think it creates a little bit of uncertainty for opposing teams, especially in a big game, big series.
Julio Franco now at the plate as he swings through strike one. Waddell was a workhorse the last time out, throwing a complete game. Started after the 0-1 pitch, and now a check down to first. Didn't go. One out, bases empty. Swing and a ball drilled center field. Sizemore under this one. Brings it in, and there's two away. Two down, bases empty. Pete Rose, the next to hit for the Reds. This guy with big time power and an elite defender. That misses the zone, and that's ball one.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
The lefty, the 1-0. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field, and that keeps the inning alive.
We don't see this a whole lot anymore where hitters with two strikes are willing to shorten up, tighten up, and try to hit the ball back up the middle other way. He was trying to hit that hole, I believe. Very good at bat with two strikes.
Now it's going to be Barry Bonds. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
I think that steal kind of sets the tone, not just for this game, but for the entire series. First inning, game one. So that kind of tells me they're going to be aggressive on offense and try to force the issue whenever they can.
That misses the zone, and 1-1. Rose on at second with two down. one
Yep,
outside,
that ball went out.
and it's 2-1.
If you're going to miss, you want to miss outside the zone. When you miss inside the zone, it's trouble.
And that's
Ball
off
inside.
the inside edge. 3-1. Fouled off. He was late. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Reds leave one. Now it's the Brewers' turn. It's a scoreless ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back here with my pal Singy, and towing the slab, Whitey Ford. Chris, he is a fun one to watch do his thing out there.
Well, he comes in carrying a career ERA under 3. He's been fantastic ever since he broke into the big leagues. Can't wait to watch him pitch today.
Up now for Milwaukee, Buck O'Neil. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. Swing and a foul out of play.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
That misses the
1-1.
zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely. And I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it'd surprise a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field. Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Ford keeping an eye on him. At the plate, Ben Brister. Ford, a former Cy Young Award winner. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, a sinker, and he occasionally uses a curve. That one missed. Clips the corner. 1-2.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
Ground ball right side, could be 2. Murray tossed to second, and that's 2.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Here's Wade Boggs now. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. There's a strike. Two out, space is empty. Swing and a liner foul off to the right. And now the lefty swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Nobody left for Milwaukee. We played an inning. No score. Back here at American Family Field. Top of the second. In now for the Reds, Eddie Murray. Waddell back to work. Splits the plate, and it's 0-1.
Looks like he sacrificed a pitch right down the middle for tracking and timing. Some good hitters will do that.
Fastball for a strike.
That fastball at the bottom of the zone can be very effective. Just got to keep it on the corners.
Carl Dixon working the plate in this one.
You know, we often hear and talk about umpires being a pitcher's umpire, but Boog Dixon maybe a little bit more hitter-friendly than most. He's kind of tight on the corners, so we'll see if that comes into play at all in this one.
On to O'Neill. One out in the second. Chris, do players ever change their approach in meaningful ways based on who's umpiring, or is it good to just be aware of tendencies so you're not that surprised?
I'd say the latter, because the pitcher's got to pitch to his strengths regardless. The hitter's got to hit to his strength. So you're aware of it, but you have to just hunt for what you can handle.
And that chance handled. Slings to first. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
Barry Larkin, the next to hit for the Reds. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. Just off the inside edge.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
Pitch misses. 2-0. When you look at the elite teams in the game right now, there is going to be the slug, no question about it. But the really good offensive teams combine slug with more contact, with less swing and miss. That one ran inside, almost got him. Two down, nobody on. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Yeah, and the domino effect of that is running up pitch counts on pitchers and then either getting them to a place of fatigue or getting into the bullpen perhaps before you get to those higher leverage arms at the back end.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. One of the things that Jim Leyland used to say when I was broadcasting with the Marlins, the longer a plate appearance goes for a batter, the more likely it is that something good will happen for the hitter. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. And that'll fall for a base hit. He forced a lot of pitches to be thrown and ends up collecting a hit.
That's a good job right there. You got 2 strikes on you. Just got to battle.
So a man at first. Here's the Reds catcher, Bob Boone. Step off, throw to first. And he's back in on a dive. Boone will handle the catching duties in this one. 30 years old now. He joined the team as a free agent. Right through there for a strike. Now 1-1.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
That one at triple digits.
They can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
And now before the 1-2, time is called at home plate. There goes Larkin. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. So 1 left for Cincinnati. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here in Milwaukee, bottom of the second. And now the shortstop, Cal Ripken Jr. And that misses.
Outside.
And that's ball one. Into the outfield, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's game, but if you can hit a ball that hard on the ground, it's going to find some holes.
Here's the left fielder. This is another guy capable of hitting tape measure home runs. Outside corner, there's a strike. And that's through there for a strike. And the count is 0-2.
I understand you want to try to gauge that guy's fastball, but you also have to be aggressive and ready to hit in your zone. Now you're in a tough spot.
Ground ball could be 2. The throw to second, back to first, and that is a double play.
He's so good at coming across the bag and snagging it with the bare hand to throw. I like the flair that he brings day in and day out.
Grady Sizemore up now for the Brewers. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. We'll move to the third with no score. Welcome back. And coming off a series where the pitching was outstanding, we take a look at those numbers. First pitch misses. Breaking ball through there for a strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. Settles underneath it. Hauls it in, and there's one away. Back to the top of the lineup, and now it's going to be Ichiro Suzuki. Fly to center his first time. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Now back, the second baseman, Julio.
Next for Cincinnati, Julio Franco. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. That misses the zone. Ball one. Snap throw to first. And he's back in easily. That's off the inside corner. Ball two. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
That's off the mark, and that's ball three. Hey! out there to center. And it falls. And they'll have runners at the corners after a one-out single.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. Just a simple soft liner into center field for the knock right there. Maybe a little bit fooled by the pitch, but he did a good job of staying through it, and that allowed him to fight it off and just get enough behind it. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. Rose will hit next. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And that's in for a strike. It's 0-1. And it's fouled off. Suzuki at third. Franco over at first with 1 away. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Two on, 1 out. Fouls it off. Still 1-2.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
On the ground to third. Might be 2. Quickly to second for 1. On to O'Neill for the inning-ending double play.
Poetry in motion there as the second baseman turns the double play. Nice throw to first, and that's the way to end the inning.
And we're back as we go to the last of the third. Here's the rookie right fielder, number 67. That's in there. Strike 1. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Pulls up on it, and that's a base hit.
Just a very nice approach and swing right there to use the big part of the field. Everything was on time. He stayed balanced through the entire swing and just launched that one into center.
Now the catcher up to hit. Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second, and he's out.
Well, this is a real momentum killer after the leadoff single. Tried to steal second base on the first pitch. Defense was all over it. Nicely done from behind the plate with the catch and throw. Then a quick tag before he reaches the base.
And a base hit on the line. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
1 down. Next for the Brewers, Rube Waddell. Drops a bunt down the first base side. On to Murray, out on the sac bunt.
There was a time where that sac bunt was just ho-hum, very basic, but is increasingly difficult as it's become to get bunts down in the big leagues. Nice job right there.
So the lineup flips over. Buck O'Neill up now for the Brewers. 1 for 1. He led off the bottom of the first with a single. In there for strike 1. And that's in for a strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First two pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
That one's upstairs, ball one.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
The 1-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Runner at second, 2 down as we play game 1 of this 4-game series. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Got him. That's the inning. So no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left. 3 innings complete. We're tied 0-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. On to the 4th. Here's some real power at the plate. Barry Bonds. That misses the zone, and that is ball 1. Just missed.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Love to see it. Power versus power right there.
Time called. The 2-2 will have to wait just a second. And that one lifted in the air, center field. Sizemore on his way over. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 1 down.
The first baseman, number 33,
Eddie Murray, the next to hit for the Reds. 0 for 1 so far. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Sizemore flying after this one. Makes a nice running catch. 2 down.
They trust him in center field because he's capable of making plays on the run, and we saw it right there. That's a player you want patrolling center field. Someone who can attack the ball off the bat.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Settles under it. He's got it. And that is out number 3. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. No score. Bottom of the 4th. Up now for Milwaukee, Ben Brister. And there's a strike. Ripped in the air, left field, and a touchdown for a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning. Here's the third baseman, Wade Boggs. Ground ball left side, could be 2. To second for 1. On to Murray in time, double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
So next, it's the Brewers cleanup hitter, Cal Ripken Jr. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Beltran squeezes it, and the inning is over. Through 4, still tied. Zip, zip. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Waddell back to work. And there's a foul ball. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Seeing you look at the sequence right there. 3 pitches, all hard stuff up in the zone. It's another example of the way pitchers like to attack hitters in the sport today.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you can execute those pitches and not leave them in the middle part of the zone, those are tough pitches to do much with. They're just tough to get on top of, and a lot of times they have that rising appearance we talk about so much. Pretty much blew them away right there.
Now a chance for Bob Boone. All tied up, and we're at the top of the 5th. And another ball.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
That one misses. Ball 3.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
That clips the inside corner for a strike. Fouls one away, and now 3-2. One down, base is empty. That one laced to center and a base hit.
He was all over that one. Shortened up the swing and went right back up the middle.
And ready to hit now for Cincinnati, Whitey Ford. Fly to left his first time. Puts a bunt down. On to first. They retire the pitcher on a textbook sacrifice bunt.
No, just doing his part right there, trying to move that runner into scoring position. Got it down successfully. Now we'll see if they can drive him in from second.
So back to the top of the Reds lineup. And now the right fielder, Ichiro Suzuki. 1 for 2. That one lifted to left. Drops into the glove. And that's the 3rd out. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. And we still have no score. Back here at American Family Field, John Sciambi with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom 5, number 23. That one the other way, and foul ball. Next offering is fouled back. Back foot slider ties him up, struck him out.
Oh, really went aggressive in with that slider. Good two-strike pitch right there. At worst case scenario, it's weak contact in play. Exactly where he and the catcher wanted it.
Next for Milwaukee, Grady Sizemore. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Sizemore, a multi-Gold Glove Award winner, 25 years old, and he was a third-round pick back in 2000. This one in the air. Murray under it. He's there. He's got it. And that quickly, 2 away.
Now batting, number 67.
Now it's the right fielder. A single his first time. That one finds the zone. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Looked like it was a little bit up. He swings and fouls one off. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. And down on strikes. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Gone in order are the Brewers. And we're still knotted at 0. Back here in Milwaukee, top 6. Now the number 2 hitter, Julio Franco. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
Lunges for it, but can't make the catch.
Now batting.
Go ahead run on base. Rose now at the plate. Third baseman playing on the edge of the grass looking for the sac bunt. In the air, right field. Got a dead sprint coming in. Makes the grab, and there's one down. Now the left fielder, Barry Bonds. 0 for 2 in this one. Check swing, and he went. Strike 1.
0-1.
Lifted in the air, right field, and it falls. The throw in, safe, and the go-ahead runs at third.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely, and that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
And now Eddie Murray. Little chopper rolls foul. Swing and a miss. That one at 99. And it's 0-2. Activity in the bullpen for the Brewers. Tanner Scott preparing to come on if needed. Poche getting cranked up as well. Can't connect on the curveball. Struck him out.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big 2-out at bat coming up now.
Carlos Beltran, the next to hit for the Reds. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
0-1's the count.
On the ground out to short. They get the force, and that is the inning. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. No score. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Pitch is in the dirt. 1-0. Into left center for a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
That's back-to-back singles for him. So much of good hitting is finding holes in the defense. That's why you're always thinking line drive into the gap. Those kinds of swings really boost your confidence.
So now here's the pitcher, Rube Waddell. And a sac bunt here. Murray fires to second for one. Over to first, safe.
Sometimes getting down a good bunt can just be so difficult right there. You admire the pitcher for putting it down in play, but just a little too hard at the first baseman. You don't see that defensive play very often, so you got to tip your cap to the defense.
Buck O'Neil digging in now. 1 for 2. He had an RBI base hit back in the first. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike. That's a strike across the top of the zone.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
With the go-ahead run at first here in the bottom of the 6th. Line drive, that's a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone.
Well, that was an important at-bat in this game, so great job there stepping up to the challenge. There are a lot of nicknames people have attached to hits like that. Blooper, flare, duck snort, lawn dart, etc. But whatever you want to call it, it's a knot. And those are the ones that will make you smile as a hitter just about every time.
First and second, 1 out. Brister getting ready to hit. And that's a little bit high. Ball 1. And another ball.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Next offering is in for a strike.
You know, he can move the ball around, add and subtract, get some weak contact at times. So you don't worry as much about him in this situation. Very capable of getting a ground ball and getting out of this little jam.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Waddell, the lead runner, out at second. O'Neill at first, one gone. That one to first. Murray. Off balance feed. There's one. Back to the pitcher covering. It's a double play. Nicely done, and that'll do it. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now, and we still have no score. We go to the top of the 7th. In now for the Reds, Barry Larkin.
His next home run will be the 200th in his career. It would be pretty cool to see it right here.
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Counts 1-0.
And that one almost hit him.
Inside.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt.
Just an outstanding job of spinning the baseball, moving it around, doing what he does.
High fly ball out towards left field. Adios, pelota. His second of the year. The Reds score first. It's 1-0. Singy, somebody go track down that baseball. It's number 200 for him.
200 career home runs. That's legitimate power at the plate, and that's something that a lot of guys would dream of getting to.
So, Singy, this is a little bit of a surprise. A guy known for line drives hits one over the fence.
Well, if you're a little too early, you'll get some elevation in the ball, get out of the ballpark. For him, it's kind of a mistake. But you know what? When you have such a good approach, every now and then you're going to run into one.
And here comes the Brewers manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Rube Waddell departs, and he kept him in it even though he's in line for the loss right now. New arm when we come back. Here comes the new arm for the Brewers, Ryan Stanek. He's making his second appearance of the season. And here's the catcher, Bob Boone. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
0-1.
Line drive, and there's a base hit.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
Whitey Ford, the next to hit for the Reds. He's 0 for 1. Lays down a bunt to the right side. Over to Ripken.
Out.
Back to first, and it's over his head. And, oh, no, it's out of play. Just a terrible throw there.
Well, he hung in there at second to get the out, but the return throw to first was way offline. And I have to think the runner coming into second had a part in that. You can't assume the double play, but because the batter moves up past first, he does get charged with the throwing error right there.
So up next, Ichiro Suzuki, 1 for 3. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
One and one.
In the dirt, blocked. And a big swing and a miss.
One ball.
One out and a runner at second. Batter calls time and steps out. He needs a refresh. It is a big at bat. And a 1-2. Way high.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
To the right side. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. And no shot to get him at first. There's 2 aboard.
To me, it's just a really controlled, balanced swing. He wasn't trying to do too much with it. Just stayed disciplined, got the barrel to the ball, and put it in play.
Runners at the corners here. 1 away. Franco, the next to hit.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Base hit right field. Runner from third comes across, and it's an RBI single, and they lead by 2. In there, he's safe.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. 2 on, 1 out. Rose will hit next. This guy, one of the best contact men in the sport as well. Outstanding on the defensive end. Runners at the corners, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. 1 run is in. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score. 2 runs are in, and it's 4-0.
Gets the job done as he brings home a pair. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Ryan Stanek won't go any further, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
Now pitching for
Ryan
Brewers,
Fernandez taking over on the mound.
64, Ryan Fernandez.
Barry Bonds, the next to hit for the Reds. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
0-1's the count.
In the air, out towards left center. Corrals it, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, the first baseman, Eddie Murray.
So 2 down now, and here is Eddie Murray. 0 for 3 in this one. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. No throw, and now they have runners at the corners.
Now batting, the 17th.
Digging in is the switch inning outfielder, Carlos Beltran. And that's outside, and that's ball 1.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
There's a swing and a drive. That's back. Adios, pelota. A gigantic blast. It's their second home run of the inning, and they throw 3 on the board. It's 7-0.
And that shot makes their grip on the lead even tighter. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Next for Cincinnati, Barry Larkin. He's already homered in this game. That's down and in.
No strikes.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. And the count is 2-0.
When the skipper calls down to the bullpen, he's expecting the guy to come in and get outs. So far, not getting what he was hoping for.
Swing and a ball line to center. That's a hit. And that extends the inning. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Here's the Reds catcher, Bob Boone.
Ball, that's off the
Little
plate.
trouble with this one behind the plate. 2 outs. Inside.
That's inside.
And that's ball 2. In the air out towards right center. Makes the catch, and that'll do it. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 7-0. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Well, this game isn't very close, Singy. Let's see if we got any messages from those tuning in today.
I know we got some good stuff in there.
Singy, you grew up in the Bay Area. Did you have a favorite player as a kid?
Yeah, I love the A's lineup. I mean, guys like Ricky Henderson, Dave Kingman, Terry Steinbach. I mean, you just go on and on. Tony Armas. Just some tremendous rosters back then. And I loved as a kid getting on the BART train, the Bay Area Rapid Transit, pulling up right there to the stadium and then going in and watching the game.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Cal Ripken Jr. Fly ball to right. Smith should have this one. And there's 2 down.
Well, timing is the key to great hitting, and right now that door is still locked. They haven't been able to figure out pitch sequences, and it's impacting them across the board. Well, certainly doing his very best out there on the mound to bring that win streak to a halt.
The 1-0. And that's a little high.
Definitely a frustrating day for the offense, but when they look at it, this guy's had his best stuff. Been painting the corners, working on the edges and changing speeds. Just a difficult one. You tip your cap.
Two down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. There's the strike.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
That one ripped. And one hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. Safe at second.
He's safe.
He hit that ball really well to deep right field right there. Got a pitch to drive and just stayed through it nicely. Didn't quite have the trajectory to clear the fence, but you're always happy with an extra base hit.
Here's the center fielder, Grady Sizemore. In there for a strike at the top of the zone. The 0-1. In the air, left field, down the line, and that's a foul ball. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. Still in total command on the mound with 7 shutout innings. It's the Reds 7 and the Brewers nothing. And we're back, all set for the start of the inning. And now the pitcher, Whitey Ford. Fernandez back to work. Fernandez, in his 2nd season, he features a slider, a 4-seamer, and occasionally uses a cutter. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Makes the grab, 1 down.
Now back to the right fielder.
Now here's the Reds leadoff man, Ichiro Suzuki. Maybe expecting a bunt here. Third baseman playing in on the edge of the grass. And that is downstairs. Ball 1. Right through there for a strike. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Hit on the ground up the middle. That's a base hit.
Up next is Cincinnati. The second
Man at first with one gone. And ready to hit now for Cincinnati, Julio Franco. And that's
Inside,
off
ball one.
the inside edge. And it's 1-0. Man at first, one away. Next offering is in for a strike. On the ground, could be two. Off balance speed, there's one. On to O'Neill for the inning-ending double play. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left. Last half of the eighth coming up. It's the Reds 7 and the Brewers nothing. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming
The
schedule.
right fielder, number 67.
And that one
Ball one, no
upstairs,
strike.
ball one. Ford into his eighth inning of work, Singy. He's been good.
Yeah, he's the type of guy that gets better as he gets deeper into the ball game. If you're going to get to him, you get to him early. They didn't do that today. We'll see what happens as this finishes.
To the right side. And he takes it himself for the out. Pitch count in great shape. It seems he might have a chance to finish it.
The catcher, Manny.
So digging in, Manny Sanguillen. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out. Smith gets under it. Puts it away for the out. And there's two away.
The pitcher, number 64, Ryan.
So now a pinch hitter, Michael Young.
And he's got a little pop in his bat, Boo. Don't sleep on him. He's hit some home runs in the past.
That one in there across the letters. Check swing, and he went. And that's strike two.
0-2.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Snags it on the run. And that will end the inning. Totally dominant on the mound as he's through 8 without surrendering a run. It's the Reds 7 and the Brewers nothing. We're back. It's the top of the ninth. And there's a new pitcher on the mound, Tanner Scott. He has a great slider with tons of movement.
Number 66, Tanner Scott.
Pete Rose digs in now. He's a guy who does it all. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. Lifted to left center, way back there, and that is gone. Pete Rose with his first major league home run, a special moment in his young career, and who knows, maybe that'll open the floodgates for him.
Yeah, getting that out of the way can be a big confidence booster. It feels like a huge weight just been taken off your back. You can go up there with a lot less pressure on you now, and I wouldn't be surprised if he gets hot for a little while.
What do you remember about your first career homer, Chris?
Well, I remember it was off of Omar Olivares, and, you know, being there in Los Angeles against the Angels, just a tremendous day, great ballpark, and a special moment for sure.
Barry Bonds getting ready to hit. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
And that one clips the corner. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here at the top of the ninth. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And down on strikes he goes. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Yeah, that's a tough pitch to stay on. You don't want to get beat inside. And as you see that pitch continue to run away from you, by the time it's in the catcher's mitt, you think it's a ball off the plate away.
Eddie Murray, the next to hit. That one's in there, 0-1. Sky, a former All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, and he works in a changeup. One down, base is empty. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. He makes the catch, and there's two down.
Now batting, the center fielder, Carlos.
2 outs, base is empty. Carlos Beltran, the next to hit for the Reds. He's already homered here in this one. And first offering is fouled off. And
One
misses
ball,
inside.
2 strikes.
In the air, right side. Settles under this one. Brings it in. And that is that. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now an 8-0 game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
The first baseman, Buck O'Neal.
And the first offering a fastball for a strike.
When a guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
Struck him out looking.
Oh, you know that's got to be very frustrating for this guy. He knows the strike zone extremely well. And you know what? Good hitters are not going to compromise. He'll take that punch out, but ultimately stick with his plan and have more success than anything else.
Ben Brister up now for the Brewers. There's the sinker at the knees for a strike. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Beltran snags it. 2 down.
Now batting, the third baseman.
So last chance for the Brewers. Wade Boggs up now for the Brewers. A little bit low.
That's a ball.
Hit to right, and that should do it. And he makes the catch. Ball game, and the Reds get a shutout on the mound.
It has become increasingly difficult to throw a complete game shutout because of all of the offensive prowess that these hitters are showing around the league today. But he had total command of this game, and he saw it all the way through to the end. Nice win.
8-0 is how this one ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.